joining us again. It's Tanya Rose here, and I am a mindset coach who focuses on showing you how to live your best version of happy. So regardless of your circumstance or your situation, I'm here to show you that you can still be happy. Queen Lyra?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to try and be very short. We're going to try and be very brief. But yeah, like Tanya said already, that she's a mindset coach. I'm a mindset coach too, and I love to work with people and helping them get to understand the best version of themselves, because a lot of us kind of feel like we're tangled, we're stuck in things. So this is what we're trying to achieve as coaches. So hopefully, as we said, follow down below, follow the links that are available to you so you can get to know and understand a little bit more about what we do and how we can help you.
So one of the things that we are putting together during this quarantine period, or this lockdown period, whatever you want to call it, the C word, we want to talk about how you can continue to date, whether it's that you're single, which was our previous video. Hopefully you saw that. If not, link down there or somewhere. I'm not too sure. And today's video, we really want to share a bit about isolating with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, husband, wife, partner, whatever word you want to use, giving you some handy hints on how you can survive the quarantine period, keeping it spicy, keeping it fun, and what the advantages are of it. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you disagree with, especially.
Yeah.
Our hashtag is #NoFilter.
Yes.
We want to know what you think and why, because we could be wrong. And to be fair, we're also learning. We're also dating. We want to get ideas from you. So the first section we want to explore is advantages of this isolation period. I can imagine, when you're on top of each other, when you live together already, you love together, you're used to going to work and having some time away from each other, but now you are stuck 24/7 together. I can imagine it must be difficult, but there are advantages to it, because you don't have to go far to strengthen your bond. You don't, you don't have to wait long if you want to hash out any painful feelings. You've got more time to have those conversations and really strengthening your foundation. If your foundation is spiritual, if it's something else, if it's whatever it is, whatever that foundation is, there is time in this period for you to, to discover that foundation and strengthen it.
Yeah. I agree with that. And I love that you use the word spiritual, because there's a weakness in foundation that doesn't have a basis. So spirituality is important in any relationship. So that is why, I guess, going back to the point of the 90-day rule, which some people disagreed with, I was like, the foundation there is spirituality. So it's like morality. It's trying to add value to your relationship from day one. So trying to build that relationship on the right kind of mindset, the right frame of mind, and not going into it just diving in because of sex. Look, sex is exciting, but sex gets boring. It's long. It's all sorts of things that could come back and bite you, really. But we're not going to go into that a lot. But I feel like what Tanya has just said is amazing, because if you guys are now in the same space, and with the silence that is going on in the world, like obviously the bad news is there, but it's just silent. Like the roads are peaceful. There's just nothing going on. All you're doing is thinking introspectively. So obviously there comes a point when you're like, why am I in this relationship? Why are we together? You guys sit down. You think about why you guys are together, why you want to build this, make it stronger. So it gives you more time. You guys are not rushing through traffic. You're not frustrated by traffic coming back home. You're not rushing the kids to school. There is nothing that is slowing you down. Like that is, like obviously not slowing you down, but more cutting your pace. So you're not kind of working and thinking, oh, but I need to leave now because I start work at 7 or whatever. So when it comes to obviously the fact that your spaces of work are at home, then you guys can kind of have a good time plan. You guys can have a time plan to say, when can we talk about these things?
I like that, definitely, which is, another idea for, I think I might mention it again a bit later, but it's a good idea to have those open communication channels. So you're together 7 days a week, but once a week have that time to be like, okay, this is honesty hour, or this is our communication hour. This is where we sit down just once a week. All the other 6-7 days, I'm going to let you do your thing, do your nonsense, bang the doors, cook eggs, whatever it is you want to do that might be irritating me. I love eggs personally, but maybe someone doesn't.
Exactly.
And in this one honesty hour, that's when you sit down and it's like, okay, How's the week going? What can change? What can I do to make it easier for you? What can I do to make it better for you? How are you feeling? And really be open and honest with each other in terms of what's working, what's not working, what you could appreciate more of, what you could appreciate less of.
Yeah, that is very, like, I've got a friend of mine now. I'm trying to peel my memory, and I can't remember how she described this meeting that her and her husband have. Reason why I asked her is because, obviously, without putting people in brackets or boxes and giving bias, she's a very, when you call somebody very red. So she's an high achiever, like somebody that's on fire, and she wants to get stuff done now, and she wants to get it done properly and quickly and efficiently. She's like that. And I love that about her, because I like people like that to a certain degree, because they just give you that, let's go, let's get it done. And I said, but your husband's the opposite, because if you see him, it just looks like an edge and he's quiet. And I'm like, how do you guys even? She's like, do you know what? We have time. So they sit down together and they look back and they peel the week, and they're like, okay, what is it that I've done that annoyed you that we didn't address? Let's go. We're not going to get angry. Emotions aside, let's focus on the conversation. Let's deal with the issue and get moving on, because we love one another. Let's tell each other what it is that what draws you to me, what annoys you about me. What is it that we can change about it? Meet in the middle. We always talk about the 5 languages of love, and people need to go deep into that. People have to have an understanding. I was even looking at it. I can't remember where I wrote it down, like all the 5 in a list. And I've got a worksheet. If anybody wants me to share that, I've got a worksheet for you to understand exactly which languages you are and which one is your strongest, which one, comes second, third, and fourth, and fifth. And those are things to explore as well. So get in touch if you want the 5 languages of love and the worksheet that could help you. But yeah, those are things that we overlook. Like, we overlook that we are different. So because we are different, it doesn't mean we should fight. Opposites attract. So it doesn't mean we should always be in an argument and a fight. It just means that we should understand how we are both dealing with the situation. Somebody wants to cry, give them a chance to cry, and then come back and solve the problem. So,
yeah, I completely agree with that. And I think it leads on nicely to the next recommendation, which I wanted to include, which is have a shared and individual routine. So once you've had this communication, open up, I can't speak, this open conversation about, okay, this is what is working, this is what's not working, this is how you can show me love, this is my language of love, and all those things that we mentioned. You then say, okay, so you need me to give you 60 minutes a day, right? Let's schedule in our, shared and individual timetable, our ideal week. We'll schedule in 60 minutes a day where I'm fully yours, I'm fully present, and nothing else matters. There's no work, there's no phone, there's no socializing. Or maybe you want 60 minutes by yourself. We schedule that in. So, then you have a week of shared and individual routines or times and calendars, if that makes sense. If individually, maybe you want personal development, maybe you want to binge on Instagram and reply to all your friends, maybe you want to dance but you want to do it by yourself, you schedule that in. And then for the shared time, you have things like, okay, all our meals are together. We'll schedule in all our meals, we'll schedule in one film, we'll schedule in mindset time, whatever it is that matters to you, but it's all set and scheduled. So you're still ticking those boxes, personal and together. What do you think?
I love it because the reason why I love it is this. So you know how I like going back into my experiences and learning from my mistakes, or learning from what my experiences. So going back to previous relationships that I've had, I'm that type of person that generally, or my personality comes across as somebody that should not have a routine at all. I should just run and just be spontaneous. But in life, you can't be like that. So that's one thing that's why I like your point, because then with or without the quarantine, there should be a routine in life, especially if there's 2 of you, for you guys to cope, for you guys to be able to work together properly and build a lasting thing. So whether you're building that relationship from a place of dating, whether you're married, there should be a routine and respect of space, respect of privacy. And so why I'm smiling is because things like that, if you don't schedule them in, that is the room that you come into, and you'll find mom on the phone, dad on the phone, children on the phone, and everybody's just doing their phone thing, and nobody's communicating physically with each other. And then that becomes the bigger habit, because bad habits grow bigger than good habits. So that becomes a bigger habit. People are just on their phones binging social media almost 24/7. But if you have routines of, okay, this is the time that I'm on the phone, this is the time that I'm talking to you, so my phone is that side, it's not even here. One other thing that I enjoy is that if you meet somebody that has that knowledge or that respect, that if I'm with Lerato or I'm with Tanya, I don't hold my phone unless it rings, and I know that it's ringing, it's important. Other than that, my phone is over that side, not even near me, where I'm going to just be dipping in and out of social. So that is amazing. I can profess to that because I've never really experienced it, and I've learned from it. So having that experience is awesome, because it builds that you guys are talking one-on-one, or even if it's like, okay, we're not talking, but we're watching the same show that you guys are discussing together, say, oh, so what is he doing? Oh, okay, you know, and you guys are just having that social moment physically, you know. So right now with people, if you're living together, this is the time to discover each other's shows. I mean, looking at an experience I recently had was, I don't watch horror movies, but I sat in a room for almost 2 hours watching a horror movie from under my t-shirt, because look, it's time to give as much as you take. So if you're going to make somebody sit and watch your chick flick, now then you have to exchange and watch a horror. It was the hardest thing to ever do, but I did it.
Well done. I mean, I won't watch horror movie, but I'll make you popcorn while you watch your horror movie.
This was horrific. But then one thing also that I learned or took away, like in small, was that apparently we have to have a very strong mind. So know that this is television. It's not real. But you know that thing about it goes into your psyche. Like, it will make you think, oh, that thing is going to come to my door and I'm sleeping at night. I can't. It's mental strength that I don't have.
No, thank you. I won't be doing a horror movie, but well done to you for doing that. You know, I'll find other ways to fill that void of horror movie. But well,
exactly.
That's big. That's a really good sacrifice. I quite like that, and it's a really good.
Yeah.
I'll probably say, what else? Things like personal space. So working in separate rooms, especially right now where everyone's working.
I love that.
You know, have your office versus my office, have your personal workout time. You know, if you've never worked out together, why should you start now? If you have different timetables constantly, carry on. My sister and I, we work out together at least twice a week before the quarantine. I would agree to work out with her twice a week. The first week of quarantine, we worked out together every single day. The second week, it was every other day. Now we're like, look, let's just go back to you do your workout, I do my workout. Twice a week, we work out together. And it's working better. I see her working out. She sees me working out. We encourage each other and we carry on. Like, see you later, you know.
I like that. And I like the fact that you've brought your sister into the picture, because then it draws in nicely with one of the things we're going to discuss in a minute, where it's obviously we're not talking building relationships. It's not just all about just you and husband or hubby and wife. It's also about even the kids. So with all this in place, like, I think I can put up my hand and say I struggle with maybe maintaining a whole, or, you know, teaching the kids from home. But if I'm working from my bedroom, for example, if I give them work or give them toys, give them a task to do, they can be busy for that length of time. So it helps our relationship, because then my daughter can now come back in 20 minutes and she'll be like, oh, I'm done. Or can you help me with this? And then suddenly it doesn't feel like a chore to me, because I'm not a teacher. I'm not going to be teaching, sitting there watching you learn. So I'd rather give her a task that she'll go away, come back, and then ask the question. And then it probes me to then have a conversation with her and teach her. So I like that you've mentioned that, okay, space, and then suddenly we come back and do something together. And it's very encouraging, because a couple of my friends as well, that I want to say a couple of my friends, it's no side checking. They talked about how they were going to do combat at such and such a time, and they had a schedule for it. I heard them over the phone whilst I was talking to one of them, and I was like, look at that. I was like so inspired that's why I was like, nah, I need to start walking, because I obviously walk with the kids when the quarantine's over, because I can't walk with one. The others will get jealous. So I have to walk with so apparently we have to walk in twos, isn't it? So
I think
yeah,
in the back, I think. I'm not too sure.
That's a fair point.
Families go for walks past the house, so I think you're okay. And also, if you're quarantining in the same house, then you're around the same germs anyway, so you guys walk through is fine. But please, this is not legal advice. check on Google if you're unsure.
Yes. Don't be saying Tanya said. Tanya said, let's walk in pause.
So yeah, that's a good one. I think, you know, it's a brief one we've done, but it will be really nice to end it on giving people some ideas on how to keep it spicy. You know, I know family relationships and friendships, but you know, those of you who are quarantined with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, partner, whatever word is trendy these days, me, I don't know. I'm quarantining with my mom and my sister. But you know, how to keep it spicy. I've learned from some of my friends who are doing it. I've done some research, and a few tips that I had. One of them, which I really, really liked, is sending each other affectionate text messages. Now, this one doesn't have to be only in a relationship. This one can be, I can text my mom and just be like, oh, Mom, I love you. Oh, Mom, hope you're having a good day, even if she's downstairs. I saw her an hour ago. You know, you can just encourage each other like that.
That is good.
What was that?
I'm taking that one away. I think I haven't been doing that with, especially my oldest son. So because we are at home, we can also overlook the importance of not being in contact for a long time because we are at home. So you're not, So I think that's a good point. I'm taking that one away. I'll definitely do that. Just giving affectionate messages, even if people are in the house.
I like that. And then another one is having breaks together. So having lunch breaks and coffee breaks together. There's some couples I know who work in the city, at least in central London, who work near enough to each other that they can have lunch together. So if you're working in your separate rooms, when it comes to lunchtime, take a break and have lunch together, just like you did before. I know you're still in the house. It's sunny now. If you are fortunate enough to have a garden, go and sit in the back. My cousin and his wife, I saw the other day, they were barbecuing outside and they ate together outside, which I thought was so cute, you know. So have a lunch break together. And also, I would say a nice fun one is take turns to host date night. So, you know, you can cook. If you like cooking, you cook for your person. You say, okay, you go spend your 1 hour of personal time alone now. And then afterwards, get ready, dress up, wear something nice. While they're there, you're busy cooking. You're setting the table, putting some candles, some sweet wine if you drink. Like, you know, keep it spicy. Make it fun, you know. Look at me. I'm quarantined today, but I'm still dressed up in a summer dress. Not only
telling you,
make me feel good, but it's like, yeah, look at you all summery as well. You see, it makes you feel good. And it just feels like you're having a day out, you know. The most important thing that I think we need to do, I know we need to do, in order to keep our mindset in check, is to have normality as much as possible.
Yes, love that. Love that. Honestly, whilst you are on the part of on the point of the summer wear, obviously it's sunny outside, so it's easy just to say summer. Earlier on this morning, I was like, why don't I even dress up for the office? Because I feel like, I don't know whether people have different mindsets, right? So we have different opinions. So I could be wrong with this, but there's something about a uniform. That is why policemen, soldiers, nurses still wear uniform today. A uniform is something that structures your mind. It just puts you in a zone. So this morning I was like, why am I not wearing my office clothes? Because I think I'll enjoy working in my office clothes in my house. And I honestly, even this morning, I nearly wore them. I nearly wore my nice blouse because I love my shirts. Nice blouse, nice skirt. And I was like, yeah, it's summery, so I can wear my office clothes so that I feel like I'm in the office. I think it brings a different mindset and a different mind frame to my head when I'm thinking, okay, now I'm working. And then when I'm on my break or when I'm done, I can now take off my clothes. I feel like stuff like that really is good. And I love the points that you've mentioned. Just to add on to that as well, there's a couple that we love, and they do dance routines in the garden. I think these ones need to go viral, right? Clarice and Cav, they do dance routines together. Like they'll just go, I don't know whether they sit in the house, practice, and then they go and they record each other in the garden. And they'll just, oh my days, I'll be just like, God, these are goals. Like these people are younger than us. And when you watch them, you're like, where are these men? It's like we can just give up because we can never find another Cav. But no, there's a good bunch of, I know, because the way their routine is stuck, like it's really, really good. And they just in sync. So even if they make a mistake, you don't see it. They point it out, but you don't see it. So it's amazing. So stuff that you like together, that you do together, do more of that, because sometimes we ignore those small things. So if you like playing games, if you like, playing, what are they, board games, do more of that together. Do virtual games, or if like PlayStation games. I don't know. Some people play PlayStation. Some people play whatever them games. I don't really play games, but yeah, all them kind of things, like hobbies that you never really had time to do. Just start to focus a little bit more on them. One of the things on my vision board, which is interesting enough, is what a shared hobby between myself, the person I'm going to be with, whether it's marriage, relationship, or whatever, and my kids. So I want us all to be able to do that. And guess what it is? Riding a bike. Does Lerato ride a bike? No.
So tandem, the two-seat ones or separate bikes?
No, so separate bike. So it's a fear, because if I'm scared of the bike, maybe it will be the two-seat one. But no, it's a genuine thing. So my heart just tells me that I need to start learning how to ride a bike in preparation of this, because obviously my kids know how to ride bikes. I don't. And then, yeah, so
Plus you buy, because you can't ride bicycle. Please, go on these eBays and Shpokes and get yourself a
get lessons. I'm going soon. Summer's here, so I'm gonna do that. Like, it's even if it's not spicy, but it's always about managing that together time, because then also looking at it from a perspective of what you've mentioned about the gym, and how, yes, you want to do exercises together, but then there's times when you're like, okay, I don't go with you to the gym, so why should I go with you there now? There's also that. So if people have hobbies that you don't share, this is the time to start sharing some of the hobbies, not necessarily invading each other's spaces, but just having that our time, us time, family time, and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope these were spicy enough. I hope we didn't want to talk too much about unfiltered things today.
But we have some ideas if you want.
We do. As you would know. But yeah, hopefully this was zoning into it a little bit more. So hopefully people can get an understanding and value from what we have spoken about.
Definitely. I agree. I mean, even I, just reading some of these out myself, thought, oh, wait, I don't do that. Or when you were speaking, I've even got some ideas too. So, let's implement it, and let's make the most of the quarantine. I really want us to come out of it feeling like it almost didn't happen.
I'm telling you.
Just let the day going past and just be like, oh, but actually I still had quality time with my partner, boyfriend, girlfriend. I still had personal time. I still exercised. The only difference was I didn't go shopping for clothes. I still socialized with my friends. That's the point. These are the points of our videos. We want to help you figure out how to establish normality. So, let us know if there's a specific topic you want us to share handy hints on, to investigate for you, to talk to you directly about. Like Lerato said earlier, reach out to her, or reach out to one of us if you want her worksheet on your love language. Then you can definitely implement that in your daily activities at home, your daily routine, and just let us know how you're surviving this quarantine as a couple together.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining us. I'm Queen Lera, checking out.
Ladies, guys, Tanya Rose.
Bye.
Bye.